Hello there! We are here at the Solar in Turin, and this is, my honor to present you the winning team of the Reply Code Challenge, HASHETI Team. Hello there!
Hi, I'm Luca.
Hi, I'm Gaspare.
I'm Daniele.
And I'm Alessio.
Hello guys, welcome in Turin. It's our honor to be here. I'm Enrico from Reply Social Network Team, and here with me we have...
Giuseppe. I'm the one responsible of designing the challenge that you undertook during the competition.
And Marco Cusinato.
All right, so the bad guys here, and you guys are the team who won the challenge held on March 15. And now it's time to present yourself if you want to tell us something more about you.
Okay, so I'm a PhD student at the University of Pisa. I'm in my first year. And my colleagues here are also from the University of Pisa.
Hi, I'm 23 years old and I'm currently enrolled in the Master Science in Computer Science.
I am a PhD student as well. Actually, I'm about to finish, so I will defend my thesis in a couple of weeks from now. And I am a computer scientist as well.
And I'm also PhD student at the end of my PhD at the University of Pisa, like Daniele. And so I will also defend my thesis next month. And I am a bit older than 23.
Cool. So good luck, of course, to your future degrees. And regarding this challenge, the Reply Code Challenge, how did you get to know about the challenge? I mean, which kind of advertisement or whatever?
I was advertised by my friend Gaspare.
All right.
Well, we have already participated in the Google HashCode the week earlier.
Cool.
So I read an email about Reply Code Challenge which was sent by our university and decided to regroup my team and to participate in this competition.
Perfect. So it's your fault, actually.
Yes, it's my fault.
Well, thanks to you. And this is a good chance to say that the award is here, the fantastic Razer Blade gaming laptop, the one that, of course, you're going to receive in minutes, just if you finish this interview, okay? Do you have other kind of experience? So in this kind of game, you mentioned the Google HashCode. Anything else to be mentioned?
Yes, I and Luca, we also are a scientific committee member of the Olimpiade di Informatica. It's the national competition for informatics. And we also participated when we were young at the International Olympiads. And also I participate at the Cyber Challenge. It is a competition for cybersecurity held by the University of Genoa.
Fantastic. And did you win? Do you won it as well? These previous challenges?
There is a competition in June, so I hope to win.
All right, perfect.
Okay, and for me, I also participated in the Code Jam, and I participated in the HashCode a couple of years ago, going to the final round with a different team.
Perfect.
So actually, my first competition was the Google HashCode, which was a couple of weeks before the Reply one. And well, we were the same team and we worked out pretty well together. So we decided to also participate together to the Reply Code Challenge.
And pretty much the same. So I was recruited for the Google HashCode as my first competition, and then I liked it. So of course I was happy to participate in the Reply Code Challenge with them as well.
Perfect. And so regarding this challenge, the Reply Code Challenge, do you have fun in participating in it? Tell us something more regarding your journey into the challenge.
Actually, yeah, it was a very interesting journey. So Luca was in Pisa. So we are from Pisa, and he was the only one. So Gaspare was in Volterra, and Daniele was in Rome, and I was in Tokyo.
Wow. A completely remote team.
Yeah, it was a surprisingly effective organization, but not so, let's say, standard.
All right, yes, of course. You keep in touch how? With a Skype call or
Yes.
Hangout call? Okay.
Yeah. Peer, I think. Yeah.
Fantastic. And I mean, you were in Tokyo? You
Yeah.
say? And which kind of, what time you were playing?
midnight to 4:30.
All right.
So yeah, it was
Perfect.
okay because I was jet lagged anyway. So
That's good. And so maybe, Marco, this is your time in order to ask something, more technical regarding the challenge.
Yes, I don't know if it is more technical, but you just mentioned that you participated in a couple of other challenges like ours, particularly from Google. So I'm not asking you to compare the Google organization to ours because this is our first edition, but the question is how did you find the experience for our challenge that, as I said, was our first edition?
Well, first of all, this was the first competition of its kind organized by a company in Italy. So we are very proud to participate. And I think the platform where we submitted the source code and the input and the scoreboard were fantastic and better than the Google HashCode one.
Wow. Luca?
As for the problem itself, I think that while probably the difficulty of the problem was a bit better targeted because the HashCode one was a bit too easy, that caused some issues at the top with too many similar scores. So your problem didn't have this issue, but it had, in my opinion, a bit of a different issue. That is, the statement was a bit too complicated. I think that the platform is fantastic.
Yes, we will take care of this feedback. We also received similar feedback from other participants. By the way, Enrico, is good to take in mind that anyway we had a lot of people online till the end of the competition.
Yes.
Also, if they didn't submit any solution because of the problem you just mentioned.
And just to add, they had, everybody has the chance to continue playing on the
Absolutely.
platform right now because the statement is now public, and so everyone can continue playing. And we have a lot of people actually playing on the platform and submitting new kind of solutions to the same problem. And
yes, after the competition, we had another 1,000 submissions.
Fantastic.
I also heard that somebody beat our score after the competition.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It is true.
With more time, it's even. But in the 4 hours of the challenge, you are the winning team. And just because you mentioned it, Giuseppe, maybe this is the right time in order to ask something regarding their solution.
Yeah, I was curious about how did you design your algorithm, your solution? How the idea come out, and how did you improve your work over time?
So we found out during previous competitions that in this kind of problems, usually it's the simplest idea that works better. So we decided to start with a very basic idea. That is, for every project, we assign a package to that project in a greedy way, according to some loss function that I will talk about later. So after this, basically, we keep assigning projects as long as it makes sense. And when it doesn't make sense or we completed a project, we go to the next one and continue this way. And this worked quite well, it seems. And some changes we made later were, for example, thinking about assigning the project, the packages in a different order. So say first try to complete projects that are easier so that we get more completed projects or stuff like that. And as for the loss function, we took in consideration a lot of factors, say the cost of the package, the latency between the location of the data center and the location of the project, but also other stuff like, say, giving a negative score to package we used before, so that we could to reduce the number of packages from the same place, so that we distribute more the packages and increase the score that way. So also we took into account the percentage of completion that we improved. So say if there was a package that cost a lot but completed 50% of the project, then it would probably be better than a package that cost way less but only completed 5%. And that was more or less the ideas we used. At some point we tried only assigning packages to projects we know we can complete, and then later assigning packages to the other ones. And a lot of work was done in optimizing parameters and to improve our score.
So we wrote the first solution in the first 2 hours, where me and Luca were the coder, and Alessio and Daniele were the thinker of the solution. I started writing the parser for input-output when Luca helped me with the heuristic function. When we have the first working solution, we split up and try a different approach to solve the problem. And the last 2 hours were dedicated to improve the parameter for the heuristic function. So maybe give more weight to wasting units, or give more priority to the lowest packages or so on.
Just to make this a little bit more simpler and to help future participants to challenges like ours, the suggestion and the hint is exactly this one: to find very rapidly a solution that works, and then spending the rest of the time to optimize the solution, not coming to the end of the competition just to think about the best solution I can write.
Absolutely true. And this is, I mean, probably the best suggestion we can give to the people attending the next challenges. And you already mentioned you were the hands and they were the heads of the idea. And what about, I mean, in the 4 hours during the competition, did you look, I mean, were you worried about the others team, looking at the leaderboard with others team proposing their solution, or you go completely?
No, at a certain point we noticed that the second team was very, very close to our score. And indeed, when the leaderboard disappeared for the last 30 minutes, we were a little bit worried that they could catch up again. Because
so the suspense worked very well.
Yeah, I think that's
it was by design.
Idea, yes.
Yeah, by design.
Yeah, because you can never stop, I mean, until the competition is finished. And yeah, so we always take a look at the score to see what was going on, even with the other teams.
Fantastic. Did you celebrate the winning? I mean, in some way after the challenge, or I mean, he was in Tokyo, so it was a bit hard to.
We were in 4 different cities.
Yes, actually, sorry.
So
yes,
we celebrated via internet.
Of course,
we
like
were
a coder should do.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we were still getting it with a grain of salt until the official results were announced the day after.
Absolutely.
Then we were, let's say, we finally celebrated.
That's good.
You coded your solution using C++ as a language of choice. Why did you choose that language over all the others?
So actually, it was an in-progress choice. So originally, they started writing in C++. I'm a big fan of Java, so I started writing in Java. And in the end, after maybe 1 hour, we realized, okay, the C++ was a better choice, because for small project, Java is really too much verbose. Where for big project, it's very useful. It can keep everything well organized. For this kind of thing, it's much more agile to use C++. Many things are shorter to write and simpler. And then, of course, anyone should use whatever they're most confident for, I believe, because performance is relatively comparable for such a thing.
Wow, thank you very much, guys. It was very, very interesting to learn more about how you win this challenge, the Reply Code Challenge, and that's it. Thank you very much to Marco and Giuseppe. for being again the coach and the captain of the Reply Code Masters team. And thank you very much to you, HASHETI team from Università di Pisa. And that's it. See you next time, guys, in the near future for the next Reply Challenge. Goodbye. Ciao.